Archangel Michael says, "Your dad in heaven has an urgent message for you. Open this message immediately. Heaven is not far. It is closer than the air you breathe. And your dad in heaven is not distant or passive. He is not watching from afar with folded arms. No. He is leaning in. His heart beats with yours. He has sent me, his warrior, his guardian, to bring this word to you, not tomorrow, not later, but now. Because his love for you cannot wait. This is not something you should scroll past or set aside for later. There is a reason your eyes landed here, a reason your soul was pulled to these words. Please, like this video if you feel even a spark of his voice calling to you. That small stirring you feel inside isn't your imagination. It's the beginning of your breakthrough. From the moment you were formed, God wrote your story with a holy pen. And in every chapter, He has written love, protection, redemption, and victory over your life. He did not forget about you. He did not make a mistake when He allowed you to be born into this world. There are no accidents in the eyes of your Father. And right now, He is watching you with eyes full of fire and tenderness, and He is saying through me, "Hold on, my child. I am with you. I have never let you go." Your life may not make sense right now. Maybe you feel like everything is falling apart. Maybe you feel like no one understands the pain that lives in your chest. But your Father does. And He wants you to know, He is not punishing you. He is not ignoring you. What you are going through is not the end. It is a passage, a turning point, a holy preparation for the glory that is coming. Comment 11:11 if you believe His timing is always perfect. There are things you have cried out for, in the dark, when no one else could hear. You have asked God to show you He is real, to show you He remembers your name. And today, through this voice, through these words, He is answering that prayer. He is not just real. He is deeply involved in your life. He is holding things together even when you feel like they are falling apart. He is assigning angels on your behalf. He is moving in places you cannot see yet. I, Archangel Michael, have stood beside your battles. I have seen the unseen wars you fought. And heaven is not silent. Your prayers were not forgotten. Every word you ever cried out to your Father has risen like smoke before His throne. And He has leaned in, and He has whispered, "That one is mine. That one is chosen. That one will not be defeated." You may have enemies. You may have setbacks. You may have losses. But you also have the hand of God stretched over you, and I stand as His sword, His warrior, guarding what belongs to Him. And you, child of the Most High, belong to Him. Nothing can take you from His hand. Nothing can destroy what He has destined for your life. The reason the pressure has been so intense is because the calling on your life is greater than what you realize. The enemy has tried to silence you, to distract you, to make you feel unworthy. But your worth was never based on what others see. It was determined by the blood of Jesus, by the voice of your Father, and He says you are loved, chosen, protected, and called for such a time as this. Comment 222 if you trust that God is fighting for you even now. He knows how tired your soul feels. He knows that sometimes you want to give up. But He also knows the strength He placed inside of you. He did not bring you this far to leave you. He did not allow the storms to swallow you because He intended for you to walk through them. You are going to see His power in ways you never imagined. You are going to stand in places you once thought were impossible to reach. You may not see the full picture now, but your Father in heaven is weaving it together. Every delay is a divine protection. Every detour is a holy redirection. Every heartbreak is a setup for deeper healing. You will rise again, not because of who you are, but because of who He is. And I will stand with you, sword drawn, shield raised, because you are never alone. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not abandoned. You are seen, you are known, and you are carried by the arms of the One who formed the stars and still knows your name. Hold on. Stay close. Listen to His voice. He is speaking to your spirit right now. The atmosphere around you is shifting. What felt impossible is already being touched by the hand of God. He is not late. He is not silent. He is always right on time. Why is the government hiding this 7-second brain ritual from the public? A leaked CIA document just exposed a brain technique so powerful, it's helping people cancel debt and call in wealth within days. Validated by 4 top neuroscience labs, this method is changing everything. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You have survived what should have taken you out. You have walked through what others would have collapsed under. That is not weakness. That is strength. That is the Spirit of the living God upholding you. That is the sign that you are favored. That is the sign that you are protected. That is the sign that you are called. The presence of God is not a feeling. It is a truth. It is a covering. It is the shadow of the Almighty stretching over your life, keeping you from dangers seen and unseen. Every time you thought you were walking alone, I was there. Every time you felt like the world was crumbling, I was lifting the weight behind the scenes. Please, comment 555 if you believe that God is moving on your behalf right now. You are entering into a season where your prayers will be answered in ways you didn't expect. The suddenlies of God are coming. The overnight shifts are near. And you, precious child, are standing in the center of it all. Not because you earned it, but because you are loved. Because you are chosen. Because your Dad in heaven has never stopped speaking your name in love. Comment 1212 if you believe that God has been walking with you all along. There is a power that has been surrounding you since your very first breath. Not the power of men, not the power of wealth or success, but the power of your Father's love. It does not falter. It does not sleep. And it does not forget. You were created by the same hands that painted the skies, that shaped the oceans, that breathed life into all creation. Those hands are still over your life, molding the path ahead, clearing the storm in front of you, and lifting what you cannot carry on your own. There were prayers you whispered in the dark, words only heaven heard. And now, the time has come for those whispered prayers to bloom. The ground may have felt dry, your soul may have felt tired, but the seeds of faith you planted did not die. They were watered by tears, they were shielded by grace, and now they are breaking through the soil. The harvest is coming. The breakthrough is beginning. The time you thought was wasted was really the season of root, not ruin. Do not let the lies of the enemy cloud what God has been preparing behind the curtain. The delays were not denials. The pauses were not rejections. They were the mercy of a God who wanted to build something that lasts. He did not want to rush a miracle that you would only see for a moment. He wanted to give you something eternal, something rooted in His promise, not your performance. I want you to hear this and let it reach every corner of your heart. You are not a burden. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. The shame that has tried to choke your joy is a lie. The guilt that plays like a loop in your mind is not from God. Your Father is not pointing fingers at your failures. He is extending His hand toward your healing. He is calling your name, not to condemn you, but to restore you. If you believe that your life is still part of God's perfect plan, comment 777 as a sign of agreement with heaven. The enemy wanted you to believe this valley would be your grave, but God says this valley will be your altar. This will be the place where praise rises again, where faith grows stronger, where you will look back and see that you were never really lost, you were just being led. Sometimes God allows us to walk through the shadow so we learn how deeply we are covered by His light. Your Father is not done. The same voice that called Lazarus out of the tomb is speaking to your situation now. Rise again. Believe again. Hope again. The winds are shifting. The skies are clearing. You may not see the full picture yet, but God does. He has always seen the full painting. He knows how to use the strokes of pain and turn them into something beautiful. The wounds in your soul are not a sign of defeat. They are proof that you've survived. That you fought through battles others never saw. And still, here you are. Breathing. Standing. Waiting for God. That kind of strength is not from this world. That is what heaven rejoices over. That is what moves the heart of the Father. There is a moment coming soon, very soon, where the burdens you've been carrying will suddenly break, and in their place, peace like a river will flood your spirit. You will look around and realize you didn't get here by chance. You were carried by grace. You were lifted by love. You were surrounded by angels who fought in silence while you pressed on in faith. I have guarded many. I have fought for the chosen. But what I see over your life is special. Your Father has wrapped a unique covering around you. Even when you didn't know how to pray, the Spirit prayed through your tears. Even when you wanted to walk away, God sent strength when you least expected it. Even when you thought it was too late, heaven whispered, "Not yet." The story is still unfolding. The fire that was meant to consume you will instead refine you. What was meant to destroy you will develop you. What the enemy meant for evil, your Father is turning into good. This is not just a promise in words. This is a shift in heaven. This is the sound of chains breaking. This is the moment where the heavens open and favor falls in places where you least expect it. You are not forgotten in the crowd. Your name is known in heaven. It is spoken in love. It is wrapped in mercy. You are not fighting alone. You never have been. And the strength you feel returning now is not your own, it is God breathing into you again. It is the Father whispering, keep going. I'm not finished. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account overnight? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that's flipping lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth attraction brainwaves. People are now stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. If you can feel this message stirring something deep within you, if your spirit is resonating with this truth, then hear me clearly, God is near. He is closer than the breath in your lungs. He is more real than the pain you've carried. He is more faithful than the fear you've faced. And even now, I see a door opening in the Spirit. Not just any door, but the one you've been praying for, waiting for, crying for. It is opening not because you forced it. It is opening because your Father in heaven declared, now is the time. Comment 999 if you receive this door of breakthrough opening over your life today. God knows the way your heart carries stories no one else has heard. He knows the battles that rage behind your smile. He knows how hard you've tried to stay strong when your spirit felt like breaking. And even when you doubted yourself, He never doubted you. You see weakness, but He sees someone who has endured storm after storm and still stands. That is strength only heaven can give. That is the mark of someone anointed, someone chosen, someone protected even when they didn't understand why. This is not the end of your story. This is a holy turning point. The very fact that you are hearing this now is proof that your breakthrough is already in motion. God's timing has never been random. He allows moments like this to find you because something is shifting, something is moving, something is aligning in your favor. The pain you've walked through was not wasted. It is becoming the foundation on which your miracle will stand. There is a power coming over your life that the enemy cannot touch. It is not earned. It is not forced. It is God's favor. Heaven's grace is being poured out upon you in this very season. What looked impossible, what seemed too far gone, what felt like a closed chapter, is now being rewritten by the hand of your Father. His hand is never late, never shaky, never unsure. It writes with divine precision, with eternal wisdom, with unstoppable love. You may have been overlooked by people, but you have been handpicked by God. Your tears were not weakness. They were prayers in liquid form, and heaven heard every one. Your sighs in the night, your tired amens, your whispered, "Help me, God," they reached the throne room. You were never invisible to the Father. Not once. Not ever. If you believe He has never left your side, even in your quietest moments, comment 1515 to declare your trust in His presence. There's a covering on your life that darkness cannot remove. The plans of the enemy have been intercepted more times than you know. You were rescued from things you didn't even know were meant to harm you. God blocked it. He stopped it. He turned it. Even when you didn't see the danger, heaven did. And I stood watch over you, with my sword drawn, because you are not just anyone. You are His. The lies of the enemy are falling apart now. The shame, the fear, the confusion, they're losing their grip. Because truth is rising. Light is shining. And where the light of God enters, darkness flees. This is the season of uncovering, of healing, of being restored in ways deeper than words. Your heart is being put back together not with the glue of the world but with the hands of heaven. You've carried burdens that were never meant for you. You've picked up weights that God wants to take from you. The anxiety, the fear of tomorrow, the guilt from yesterday, it's time to lay them down. You don't have to hold it all together. That was never your job. Your Father is strong enough to hold you, to carry you, to fight for you. There is freedom being released into your life right now. It doesn't always come with a loud noise. Sometimes, it arrives like a whisper, like peace flooding into a tired soul, like hope rising in a weary heart, like strength returning when you thought you had none left. That is happening now. Even if it doesn't feel dramatic, even if you can't explain it, trust it. It is real. And the future, that word that once filled you with fear, is about to become a word full of promise again. Not because it will be perfect, but because God will be in it. He goes before you. He clears the path. He speaks to the mountains. He parts the waters. He leads you into places you thought you'd never reach. Please, if this is speaking to something deep in you, if you feel your heart opening to the truth of God's love, comment 1717 to step into divine agreement with heaven's plan for you. You are not who the world said you were. You are not the failure you were afraid of becoming. You are not the mistakes you've made. You are not the pain you've endured. You are who God says you are. You are redeemed. You are beloved. You are chosen. You are safe in His arms, even when the world feels unsafe. Even when your thoughts try to tell you otherwise. His truth is louder than fear. His love is greater than shame. His peace is deeper than the chaos. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. What God is doing in your life is personal. It is sacred. It is tailored to your purpose, your calling, your unique identity as His child. Others may run faster, others may look like they have more, but none of that matters in the eyes of heaven. Your path is blessed. Your pace is protected. Your steps are ordered. So keep walking. Even when it's slow. Even when it's uphill. You are not walking alone. You are walking with angels beside you, with the Spirit within you, and the Father ahead of you. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time in heaven's calendar. The blessing that belongs to you will not miss you. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest ticket to luxury? Recently leaked research shows a simple brain ritual that's allowing people to attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, this technique is transforming debt into abundance, instantly. Homes, cars, and vacations are just the beginning. If you're seeing this now, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Every tear, every prayer, every battle had a purpose. And that purpose was to bring you here, into the arms of your Father who has been waiting to show you that His love was always enough. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not fighting for your life in vain. I have seen the heavens move at the sound of your cry. I have watched the Father lean close every time you said His name. You have been heard. You have been held. There is a grace upon you that did not break when everything else did. There is a light within you that did not fade when the night grew darkest. That was not your strength. That was your Father's hand. God is not waiting for you to get it all right. He is not counting your mistakes. He is not waiting behind some distant cloud to punish you. That is not who He is. He is near. He is a Father who runs toward you. A healer who binds your wounds. A defender who commands His angels concerning you. A deliverer who breaks chains and shatters strongholds in silence, when you're too weary to even pray. You are not held captive by your past. The guilt that keeps whispering in your ears, the shame that tries to follow you into every new day, has no power here. Not under heaven's covering. Not under the blood of the Lamb. Jesus already carried that weight for you. He bore the cross so you wouldn't have to live in chains. He rose so you could rise with Him. There is a moment, and it is now, where heaven wants to realign your heart with truth. Where you stop carrying burdens that don't belong to you. Where you stop seeing yourself through the eyes of pain, and start seeing yourself as the child of God you are. Loved. Covered. Redeemed. Restored. Chosen. Even when you don't feel it, it remains true. The truth is not based on how you feel. It's based on who God is. And He does not change. Comment 11:11 if you believe His love is rewriting your story right now. You are standing in the middle of a shift. Something is stirring in the unseen. The shaking in your life is not to break you, it is to build you. The loss was not punishment, it was preparation. The silence wasn't absence, it was alignment. There are things you prayed for that would have crushed you if they came too early. But your Father is wise. He withholds only what would have wounded you. And now, the delay is breaking. The answer is moving. The door is unlocking. The Lord has heard your groaning. The Spirit has interceded with cries too deep for words. And heaven has dispatched answers, miracles, and provisions with your name on them. They are coming through even now, and I have been ordered to make way, to clear the skies above you, to war in the Spirit so that what is meant for you will not be held back another day. There were people who left you when you needed them most. There were times you were surrounded yet felt invisible. But your Father never turned His face. His love has wrapped itself around every moment of your life, even the broken ones. Especially the broken ones. And now, those very moments are becoming the soil from which joy will bloom. Your laughter will rise again. Your peace will return. Your strength will not just come back, it will increase. The scars you carry, they are not marks of defeat. They are evidence of survival. They are proof that hell tried and failed. That darkness circled you and could not overcome the light inside you. That angel surrounded you and carried you through the fire without letting the flames consume you. I watched it. I was there. And now I watch as God begins to unfold the next chapter of your life. Not one written by pain. Not one shaped by fear. But one filled with the goodness of the Lord, the kind that chases you down, the kind that overtakes you in the middle of an ordinary day. Yes, child of God, there are blessings heading your way that will bring tears to your eyes, not from sorrow, but from gratitude. If you know you are stepping into something new, something holy, something heaven-sent, then comment 333 and align your heart with the season God has already prepared for you. You've walked long roads. You've carried silent weights. And now, your Father is lifting those burdens and laying rest upon your shoulders. Rest in His promises. Rest in His plans. Rest in His goodness. This is not just relief, this is restoration. He is not just giving you enough to keep going, He is pouring out more than enough. Enough joy to heal old griefs. Enough strength to carry others. Enough light to brighten the path for those coming behind you. You have been assigned divine purpose. Not by man. Not by chance. But by God Himself. And what God assigns, He equips. He is sending people who will walk with you, not against you. He is surrounding you with those who hear heaven when they speak your name. He is raising you up, not because you are trying to be seen, but because He wants His glory to be seen through you. Let this settle deep, no part of your story is wasted. Not one moment. Not one mistake. Not one detour. God is the master at turning ashes into beauty, sorrow into joy, and silence into songs of praise. He does not waste pain. He uses it. And He is using every bit of yours for something far greater than you can see right now. Keep breathing. Keep believing. Keep surrendering. Because the one who holds the stars is holding you, and He is not letting go. No enemy can snatch you from His hand. No fear can drown out His voice. No darkness can overshadow His light. You are covered. You are protected. You are surrounded by angels. You are walking through the fire, but you are not alone in the flames. The Son of God walks with you, just like He did in the furnace long ago. What's the buzz behind the 7-second brain trick making headlines? A recently leaked CIA brain ritual is turning heads, and bank balances. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this simple home method is turning money blocks into unstoppable wealth flow. Homes, cars, and cash are flooding in. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. The Father in heaven, your true and eternal Dad, has never lost sight of you, even in the chaos, even when you felt hidden behind pain. You've walked through fire, not because He abandoned you, but because He knew it would purify what no man could fix. You've walked through silence, not because He stopped speaking, but because He was drawing you closer to hear Him more clearly than ever before. You have been carried through every storm, not by your strength but by His unshakable, immovable, unfailing love. The lies of the enemy tried to make you believe that nothing would change, that this is all life would ever be: disappointment, fear, setbacks, and heartache. But God is exposing those lies now with truth so bright it pierces through every shadow. You were never meant to just survive. You were created to thrive, to rise, to carry light into dark places, to be a vessel of glory in a broken world. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not beyond restoration. You are still God's beloved child. I have been watching from the moment your soul was formed. I was present when heaven breathed life into you. And since then, I have seen every moment you thought would break you. I stood close when the tears came without warning. I stood guard when the fear crept into your room in the middle of the night. And now, I stand before you with a message written not in earthly ink, but in the fire of heaven itself. It is not too late. God is not finished. There is more. Comment 555 if your heart is still open to receive what heaven has stored for you. There is a holy healing moving through your life right now. You may not feel it in your body yet. You may not see it in your bank account. You may not have touched it in your relationships. But it is moving. The Spirit of God is not bound by time or space. He does not operate according to deadlines or calendars. He moves with eternal intention, and His eyes are on you right now. The seasons of waiting, of stretching, of aching, they are producing something eternal. There is a strength in you now that was not there before. There is a depth to your faith, a power in your prayer, a new fire in your soul. You didn't quit when it got hard. You didn't stop when you were tired. You didn't turn away when you were misunderstood. That is faith, and faith moves heaven. That is surrender, and surrender opens doors no man can shut. Your Father has not called you to carry everything alone. He has called you to release it. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. Let go of the need to have all the answers. Let go of the fear that says you're not enough. Because you were never meant to be enough without Him. You were created to live from His strength, to lean on His promises, to walk in His presence every day, not just in the good moments, but in the broken ones too. And I tell you this, what's coming will be worth what you endured. You will see the fruit of your pain. You will see the reward of your faith. You will see the goodness of God not just in glimpses, but in fullness. You will laugh again. You will love again. You will live with freedom you didn't think was possible. Not because of anything you've done, but because of who your Father is. There is restoration coming. In your body. In your home. In your relationships. In your calling. You may have thought the damage was too deep. You may have believed the timing had passed. But your Father is not limited by what is broken. He is not afraid of what looks dead. He brings life to dry bones. He speaks hope into dust. And He is doing that for you now. Please, comment 1212 if you are ready for God to restore what was lost and heal what was hurting. The blessing that is coming will not be temporary. It will not be shallow. It will not vanish with the wind. It will be lasting. It will be deep. It will be rooted in God's faithfulness, and it will stand as proof that He has always been writing something beautiful in your life, even when all you could see was the mess. There is a newness on the horizon. You are not circling the same mountain again. You are not repeating the same heartbreak. You are not going back to what hurt you. The chapter is turning. The page is clean. The oil is being poured. The light is rising. And you, beloved child, are stepping into something sacred, something stable, something ordained before you were even born. You don't have to rush. You don't have to strive. Just stay close. Keep your eyes on the Father. Keep your ears open to His voice. Keep your heart soft to His Spirit. And know that no matter what storms may still come, you are not walking into them alone. There is something sacred being built in the quiet. When others see delay, God sees design. When others see waiting, heaven sees preparation. The time you thought was wasted is not lost. Every prayer, every tear, every silent cry in the dark has been recorded. The Father has not ignored your pain. He is collecting every moment and forming it into something so divine, it will silence every lie that ever tried to tell you that you were forgotten. There is a weight on your life, not a weight of burden, but a weight of glory. That's why the battle has been so long. That's why the resistance has felt so personal. The enemy doesn't fight the empty. He fights the anointed. And you, child of God, are anointed. You carry something from heaven the world cannot replace. And what you carry is the reason the enemy tried to break you so many times. But he failed. You are still here. And not only are you still here, you are rising. What if just 7 seconds could flip your entire financial life? A shocking CIA leak has revealed a powerful brain ritual that's helping ordinary people wipe out debt and attract wealth beyond imagination. Backed by 4 cutting-edge neuroscience labs, this at-home breakthrough is turning everyday lives into dreams, luxury cars, beautiful homes, endless vacations. But this secret may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. This is the time when things begin to shift. The pressure you feel is the push of breakthrough. The stirring in your spirit is the movement of the Spirit of God preparing something new for you. You may not know exactly what is coming, but you know that change is near. And this time, it's not a loss. It's not a heartbreak. It's not another battle. This time, it's restoration. This time, it's peace. This time, it's joy. This time, it's heaven answering with more than you even asked for. Comment 999 if you believe this is your time to receive beauty for ashes and joy for sorrow. There are doors opening that no man can shut. Not because you forced them, but because God opened them in His perfect time. The connections that are coming are heaven sent. The healing that is unfolding is God ordained. The favor that is rising over you cannot be stolen, blocked, or delayed. It is marked by God, and it is yours. I want you to know that your life is not on pause. Your Father has not placed you in a season of silence to punish you. He placed you there to prepare you. And now, the silence is breaking. The winds are shifting. The season is changing. The voice of God is calling you forward, not to strive, but to walk. Not to fear, but to trust. Not to shrink, but to step into all He has prepared for you. The fear you've been carrying does not belong to you. The guilt that keeps resurfacing has already been washed away. The regret that follows you has no authority. The enemy may remind you of your past, but the Father rewrites your future. And He is writing something holy right now, something beautiful, something eternal. There will be moments ahead that will surprise you. Not because you doubted God, but because you didn't realize just how much He loves you. There is provision coming in ways you never imagined. There is healing that will reach deeper than any wound has gone. There is restoration in places you gave up hope. There is joy coming back into the rooms where sorrow once lived. There is freedom taking root in the places where fear once ruled. Comment 1717 if you are ready to walk in this new freedom and release the chains that have tried to hold you down. You are not the same as you once were. The fire changed you. The pain transformed you. The wilderness made you stronger. You may still feel the ache in some places, but you are not who you used to be. You've grown. You've stretched. You've learned to lean not on your own understanding but on the word of your Father. You've learned how to trust even when it hurt. And because of that, heaven is responding now with divine strength, fresh oil, and new fire. There are moments in the near future that will mark your life forever. You will look back and say, "It was here that God moved. It was here that everything changed." And I will be with you in those moments, as I have always been, fighting what you cannot see, protecting what you didn't even know was vulnerable, standing guard over the promises spoken over your life. I know you've grown tired. I know the road has been long. But the race is not over. You are closer than you think. The finish line is not the end, it's the beginning of something more beautiful than you imagined. It's the beginning of walking in peace without fear, in joy without sorrow, in love without conditions. It's the beginning of finally knowing that you are safe, that you are chosen, that you are held in the arms of a Father who never lets go. You are the child of the Most High God. The same voice that commanded light to break the darkness is speaking into your life now. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is alive in you. The same love that drove Him to the cross is the same love covering you today. That love has not faded. It does not grow cold. It does not leave. It surrounds you. It carries you. It restores you. There are times when your heart has been so heavy, you didn't know how to pray. You didn't have the words, only tears. But heaven doesn't need perfect language. Heaven understands the voice of pain. And every silent cry you thought was missed, every ache that you hid behind strength, has risen before God like incense. You may have felt invisible to the world, but you were never invisible to Him. Not in the dark. Not in the mess. Not even when you felt furthest away. He saw you. He stayed with you. This next season of your life will not be like the one you're coming out of. You will not circle the same fears. You will not wrestle with the same regrets. You will not wake up wondering if it's worth it. Because the atmosphere around you is changing. The chains that once held you are falling in the presence of a holy, mighty God who still speaks life over you. This is not a season of barely making it. This is the season of overflow. Comment 777 if you believe overflow is coming to your life in all the places you once felt empty. I see God repairing the foundation. Not just patching wounds, but fully rebuilding what was broken. The relationships that fell apart, the years that felt lost, the parts of yourself you stopped believing in, He's bringing them back. But not in the same form. He is making all things new. What once hurt you will no longer hold you. What once defined you will no longer confine you. The Father is not restoring you to who you were, He's revealing who you truly are. You are stronger now. Not hardened, but wiser. Not bitter, but deeper. You've been refined, not ruined. And the oil that flows from your life now carries weight. You've walked through trials, and what you carry has power because of it. Heaven sees it. Hell fears it. And I have been commanded to protect it. Could this hidden CIA brain ritual be the real reason people are suddenly rich? A secret CIA discovery has just leaked, revealing a brain hack that's pulling wealth into people's lives effortlessly. It only takes 7 seconds, it's done at home, and it's backed by 4 neuroscience labs. Debt is vanishing, luxury is becoming normal. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Your identity is not wrapped in your pain. It is wrapped in your position, as a child of God. As one who has been chosen, called, appointed, and anointed. As one who has walked through fire and did not burn. As one who stood in the storm and did not drown. That is who you are. That is how heaven sees you. Not by your failures. Not by your broken moments. But by the unbreakable covenant written in the blood of Jesus Christ over your life. You have not missed your moment. You have not fallen too far. You are not behind. Everything you need is still ahead of you. And God is guiding you into it with steady hands and a gentle heart. He is not impatient with your process. He is not disappointed by your weariness. He is proud of your endurance. He sees the way you kept showing up when everything in you wanted to quit. And heaven is responding with reward. Comment 1010 if you know the reward is coming for the battles you fought in silence. What you are stepping into will not be small. It will not be quiet. It will not be unnoticed. Because God is placing you where His glory will be seen through you. Not to make you famous. Not to make you admired. But so that when people look at your life, they will see His fingerprints on every page. They will see the evidence of miracles. They will see the hand of God. They will see what it means to be loved relentlessly, restored completely, and carried by grace.